Rachel with the Herbalist Garden. How are you doing today? Thank you for being here and learning with me, as always. And we're going to talk about milk thistle today. Let's start with some maintenance. Let's see. Always do your own research. My research is expansive, yes, but it is not exhaustive. So please, I will be adding in the links that I will glean my information from and share parts of it from down in the description below. Also, a link to our Facebook group so that you can join the conversation over there, because we have daily postings. And let's get into milk thistle. Milk thistle is primarily known for its potential benefits in supporting liver health, and it may also help with treating liver conditions like cirrhosis and hepatitis. Now, I learned something. Hepatitis is literally just inflammation of the liver. It does not mean that you have A, B, C, or all these different diseases. It is literally itis. It just means swelling. So when somebody says, "I have hepatitis," doesn't mean that you're like contagious. It just means that you have inflammation of the liver. I had to learn that one. Additionally, it may assist in managing blood sugar levels in people with type 2 diabetes and has antioxidant properties that protect against cell damage. So, and it does so many more things. So it is a flowering herb. The silymarin is the active ingredient. It's related to the daisy or the ragweed family. It's in the Asteraceae family. It's native to Mediterranean countries. Some people call it Mary thistle or holy thistle, but its milk thistle herb is derived from the milk thistle plant. This prickly plant has distinctive purple flowers and white veins, which traditionals. I need my glasses on, I think. So, which traditional stories say were caused by a drop of the Virgin Mary's milk falling onto its leaves. That's what they say. And depending on where you are in the world, it can also be called Marian thistle, and that's in the Mediterranean, Scotch thistle, and others. This healing herb gets its name from the milky white substance that runs off the plant's leaves when they're crushed. So it had that silymarin is within the leaves themselves, within the plant. The actual leaves of the plant have spotted white pattern that makes them look as though they've been dunked in milk. It's also known as St. Mary's thistle. I think that St. Mary's thistle was the holy thistle, or it's also called Silybum sometimes. Okay, so I said that the active ingredient is silymarin, that is extracted from the milk thistle and is known to have antioxidant, antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal, anti-inflammatory properties. The anti group. So it's also a great source of flavonoids, and that flavonoid is specifically called silymarin. And there's other active compounds known as flavolig, Flavolignans. Flavolignans? There you go. Flavolignans. It's regularly used to complement therapy by people who have had liver damage due to alcoholic liver disease or non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, hepatitis, or even liver cancer. It helps with so many more things. We've got cognitive health, which I personally just started taking this because I have some liver issues that I have to take care of. Not from recreational things, but just genetics, maybe, because I know my grandmother had issues with hers. Um, yeah, I just started taking some milk thistle, and I'm waiting to see how it works. I've taken it like here and there before, just kind of say, hey, this looks good, let me try this. And now I'm going to start taking it regularly. We will talk about the dosage at the end. Anyways, cognitive health. It has been used traditionally for neurological conditions like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. Excuse me, for over 2,000 years. So the anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties are what help with and prevent the decline of brain function as you age. In older animal studies, silymarin has been shown to prevent oxidative damage to brain cells, which prevent mental decline. It has been proven in studies that it will reduce the number of amyloid plaques in the brains for Alzheimer's disease. Amyloid plaques are sticky clusters of amyloid proteins that can build up between nerve cells as you age. So there's other liver problems that it treats, cirrhosis, jaundice, gallbladder disorders. It helps with osteoporosis, so bone health, and it improves cancer treatments. It's been known to be given to cancer patients to kind of like modulate their symptoms. So it boosts milk production in nursing mothers. That's why it was called the Virgin Mary's milk. Anyway. It has estrogenic effects, which means that it can mimic the effects of estrogen in the body. So that would also be good for women going through like premenopausal or perimenopausal symptoms. Like it'll help with hormone-sensitive conditions such as uterine fibroids or endometriosis, ovarian cancer, and the like. It's also used in skincare. One 2012 study found that people with acne who took 210 milligrams of silymarin daily for 8 weeks experienced 53% decrease in acne lesions. So at the beginning we talked about we mentioned how it helps with people with type 2 diabetes because it helps lower blood sugar levels. Medical research suggests that milk thistle and traditional treatments can improve diabetes. It's shown to decrease blood sugar levels and improve cholesterol in people with type 2 diabetes. It improves their insulin resistance, which is a key part of having type 2. And of course, everybody knows it protects the liver. That is like its main function. When somebody says, hey, I'm having liver issues, somebody will say milk thistle. It'll also say dandelion too, which there's a whole episode on dandelion back there too. Take a look at the playlist. But it detoxifies the liver thanks to its flavonoid complex called silymarin. In a 2017 study, it confirmed that it can help to speed up the healing process in the liver, undoing much of the damage caused by, like, say, excessive drinking or other damaging behaviors on the liver, including cirrhosis. It can prevent fatty liver syndrome, jaundice, hepatitis, um, and it also can help with like damage from pharmaceutical use. Because the very first time that I had liver issues, and I think what really prompted like my whole into being as healthy as I possibly can be is my liver enzymes were way up there, like in the 300s. And the doctor called because I was feeling sick, having issues. They took all the samples, they took the blood samples and everything, and they're like, "What have you been doing?" I'm like, "Nothing." They're like, we need to do further testing, get in here now. So I spent like a whole day doing testing at the hospital. And they didn't come into anything conclusive at the hospital. But when I went to see the doctor, thankfully, we were on the trend of mistrusting the government and pharmaceutical industry and all that kind of stuff. So the doctor that I had seen that day, she was like, "What do you think it is?" And I had already come to a conclusion because I had had feet issues and an injury, and doctors would never take care of. Oh, take Tylenol. Oh, take Tylenol. Oh, take Tylenol. So guess what? I was taking Tylenol. I was taking the max dose every day for 4 years. Well, it got up to my liver. And once I stopped, it like literally, she's like, "Oh, this is going to take like 6 months to a year to come back down. We're really going to have to watch you. You're going to have to pay attention to what you're doing." And I literally got it back down to normal levels within 3 months because just don't take the Tylenol. Anyways, stand by Tylenol all you want. It is fine in moderation or less. How often do I say everything in moderation? But when you're in pain, you're in pain sometimes. But guess what? That got the doctors to actually listen to me. And they did a foot surgery, and I haven't had any problems since. None. It's great. I almost never ever take Tylenol. And actually, speaking of Tylenol, it's slightly more expensive, but it has none of the fillers that they put in Tylenol. It is called Genexa, Genexa. Slightly more expensive. It takes slightly longer to work, but it works better once it does. So it is basically Tylenol without the fillers. So I highly recommend looking into that. Anyway, back on track. So the milk thistle will help with um, damage done by excessive pharmaceutical use. Blah, 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 blah. Granted, yes, I know. It's an OTC, but it's still considered a pharmaceutical. It is. So it also contains high concentrations of beneficial fatty acids and omega-3s, which are essential for maintaining heart health. Omega-3 fatty acids can balance cholesterol levels in the body, preventing atherosclerosis. So it regulates cholesterol. We talk about how it prevents gallstones. Well, bile is produced in the liver and stored in the gallbladder, right? So they're very related. Um, and it plays a crucial role in digestion and absorption of dietary fats and fat-soluble vitamins. So, like, um, everything has to go through your liver. Everything has to go through your gallbladder. If you don't have a gallbladder, it just kind of goes, and it. If you can help it and not get your gallbladder out, I highly recommend that. But some people have to. My mother's getting ready to have to. It's just the way it is sometimes. If it is dying, then more than likely you're having issues with your liver too, and it's just not showing up yet. So, liver health is extremely essential to overall health. So, and then it all goes into your gut. So it's kind of like it's a full cycle. Um, I'm not as I said, I'm not a purist. I've said that many, many, many times. But what basically we're supposed to do is, I mean, yes, eat meat. I'm not saying not to eat meat. I'm not saying that at all. I like my burgers. Yes, I like all meat. But anyways, step up your game on vegetables. Like, big time step it up. Like, make vegetables the bigger portion of your meal, and then your meat just a smaller portion, and your starches a very small portion. Vegetables should be the majority of what you eat. And they're all anti-inflammatory. All of them. All herbs are anti-inflammatory. So if you have that as the bulk of your intake, it will fix your gut, fix your liver, fix everything in your body. So, all right. Optimal gallbladder function is closely connected to liver health, which is what I just said. I probably should read ahead before I actually speak it. So the silymarin's anti-inflammatory effects will reduce the gallbladder inflammation and also lowers the risk of gallstones, which in turn will help with weight loss. So we talked about how it improves bone health, um, skin care, so it'll treat psoriasis too, because it's antifungal, and treats asthma, boosts immunity. Um, so because it's okay, so this is like an antifungal kind of weird way. So the certain fungal infections that milk thistle has been shown to neutralize, and that probably relates to milk thistle's traditional use as a remedy for mushroom poisoning. So many varieties of mushrooms are dangerous. When you go foraging and you don't know what you're looking at, you can accidentally get the death cap mushroom, which is particularly toxic and but milk thistle can be administered to prevent mortality. You're going to still get sick of the dog. And depending on how much you've eaten, no guarantees, never a guarantee. But milk thistle is what is usually given to people to prevent them from dying if they've had a death cap mushroom. Now, there is a medicinal aspect of a death cap mushroom, but you have to know how to do it. And I don't, and I'm not going to tell you why. So, I said it treats psoriasis. It is something that is also used to help with the dyspepsia, indigestion. So, milk thistle can improve the symptoms of indigestion. It is also used in kidney health. So kidneys play a crucial role in filtering waste and excess fluids from the blood, maintaining a proper balance of electrolytes and regulating blood pressure and stuff like that. So research has said that milk thistle may support kidney health, protecting against damage and promoting proper kidney function. Silymarin's antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties protect the kidneys and um, detox it from toxins. Okay, so it detoxes it and helps it deal with oxidative stress and other inflammation. So we talked about how it was good for your heart. Um, So milk thistle can help with metabolic syndrome, which kind of surmises up with like heart disease, diabetes, stroke, different things like that. Research has found that milk thistle extract can help decrease blood sugar levels, hemoglobin A1Cs, and total cholesterol, triglycerides, LDL cholesterol specifically. Um, yeah, it does quite a bit of things. Um, and now we're going to talk about how we use it. So, the roots are occasionally eaten and boiled. Eaten raw, you can eat them boiled too. The shoots can be boiled down to something that tastes like asparagus. Leaves can be a replacement for spinach. The extract can be used for various herbal and alternative health remedies. You can have it as a tea. They come, they look, I should write it with me, I apologize. They look like little grains of wheat, honestly, they do. Um, and I mean, you can use the whole plant too, but the seeds itself specifically are like, they look like little grains of wheat. Um, I highly, highly, highly recommend using gloves when you're harvesting this plant, and obviously not any that have been exposed to pesticides or roadside debris, like emissions from cars and stuff like that. So you can get supplements. They sell them in capsules, pills, um, liquid extracts, powders, and stuff like that. Powders and liquids can be added to smoothies or water, making them a good option to incorporate milk thistle into your daily dietary routine. Capsules and pills contain pre-measured doses, so it helps you know exactly what you're taking. There are risks, very few. But so if you are allergic to anything in the Compositae or Asteraceae plant family, you're allergic to milk thistle and you can't have it. So like things like artichokes, kiwi, ragweed, um, daisies, marigolds, chrysanthemums, they're all in that family. So if you're allergic to them, then you're going to be allergic to milk thistle and you cannot have it. Um, so if you're on blood sugar medication for diabetes, you have to pay attention to like dosages. And since you're already going to be having a relationship with your doctor because of that, then you have to say, hey, how could milk thistle and what dosage would be good to benefit and balance out blood sugar levels. So, yes, if you're allergic to it, you're going to have, excess gas, weakness, allergic reactions, diarrhea, cramping, nausea, like the same kind that pretty much everybody else has if they have any sort of allergic reaction to anything. So, don't take it if you're allergic to it. It will interact with allergy meds, anti-anxiety drugs, blood thinners. It's not to say that you can't take it. It's to say that if you're on medicine, you have to consult your doctor about what you can take. Um, if you're not on medicines, you don't have to really worry about too much. We're going to talk about dose. So the suggested dose is 700 milligrams of milk thistle, 3 times per day for 24 weeks. Okay? This is not something you're supposed to take every single day of your life. It is a medicinal dose. Okay? So there are other websites that said 140 milligrams 3 times a day for up to 4 years. Okay, so that is an everyday thing. 4 years, not just because 140 milligrams is a lot less than the 700 milligrams for only 24 weeks. So 4 years, tops, max. A 2019 review found the milk thistle was safe and well tolerated at daily doses up to 700 milligrams 3 times a day for up to 24 weeks. Okay, so if you're going to take a high 700 milligram medicinal dose, do not go over 24 weeks at a time. Then your body needs to relax and gain homeostasis, and then you can go back on it later if you want to. A report released by the European Medicines Agency suggests that milk thistle dose ranging between 200 and 400 milligrams, taken 2 to 3 times daily with food for the 24 weeks, is acceptable. As it says, 140 milligrams per day, I took 4 grams of it this morning. That's probably 3 because I have to grind some more up. So I had the middle range, the 400 milligrams. I'm going to include the websites in the description. You can check them out down below. And if you have any questions for me, any additions, I would love to hear them in the comment section. I'm going to be taking milk thistle, and if I have any follow-ups on like how it reacts with my body or any negative reactions, can't imagine. I don't take any medicines. I don't have any allergies like that. But anyways, I will keep you guys informed if something notable comes about. I will do a follow-up on this if that is something that you'd be interested in, is a follow-up to, it won't be for a while because I need to have some time for it to handle in my body and see what's going on. So I'm going to peace out. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for learning with me. I have enjoyed researching milk thistle. It really helped me figure out I'm also going to be doing a formulation for my liver medicines. Dandelion root. I'm going to be doing N-acetyl NAC. I don't remember what it's called. And it helps with liver. And the milk thistle. So I'll be doing a combination. So I'll still give you an update if you're interested in hearing about it, or if there's anything specifically notable. Anyway, thank you so much for learning with me. Have a wonderful day. I'll be back next week with our next episode. If you have any suggestions for me, absolutely please let me know, because I sometimes really struggle with what I'm going to do the next week because there's just so many to choose from. I'm interested in all of them. Let me know what you think. Have a wonderful day. Bye.